Hello, Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, President and CEO of the amazing Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce. And this series is all brought to you to introduce you to our incredible local members, local businesses, executives of nonprofit organizations. If you are there watching today, please leave a little comment, tell us where you're watching from, and thank you for sticking around to meet this small business. And at this time, we'd love to welcome our guest today. Please welcome Michael DiCuccio. I practiced that.
You got
President of CapCom Technology. Hang on, let me pull it up here. President of CapCom Technology Solutions. Phew, mouthful. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you inviting us on.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. We sure do appreciate it. And for those maybe out there who are not familiar with CapCom Technology Solutions, don't really know maybe who you are, what you do, share a little bit about that with us at this time. Maybe how people can get in touch with you. Some of that information's on the screen, but some of the services that you offer as well.
Sure. So CapCom is we're a complete IT solutions provider. We are the infrastructure network guys. So we're the ones you'll see hanging off your rafters, installing your access points in the IT closets, setting up firewalls, network switches, domain controllers, file servers, backup appliances. So we're those guys, the ones plugging in your computer at your desk. And we've been around this will be our 25th year.
Wow,
And
congratulations.
thank you. And we've seen quite a bit of stuff in 25 years, but so that's us in a nutshell. So we are the guys who just build and design and support your technology infrastructure.
Amazing. And 25 years in the industry, at the rate that technology changes, you have had to have seen, you and your teams, I mean, the amount of change, it just must be incredible. How do you keep up with all the changes?
Oh, we do a lot of reading, go to a lot of seminars,
Yep.
stay close to our vendors. When I started, there was no such thing as the internet. We had to, build our own with a couple of modems and a telephone line.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, definitely seen some dramatic changes over the years.
Well, maybe something you can help us with and everyone who's out there watching and listening today is what are some common tech mistakes that you see businesses make most often?
Mhm. Yeah, one of the things we see frequently, whether it's mostly with businesses that we acquire, so to speak. They come in as our clients during our onboarding, or they'll contact us for a consultation. The common tale we usually see are just really not making the proper investment or planning initially, when they did their IT infrastructure.
Hmm.
And it usually leads to all kinds of headaches down the road. So, we'll see, for example, we'll see some businesses that try to use, and they're decent sized businesses, but they'll try to just pull something off the shelf at, Staples or something like that, which is designed for home users and not for businesses. And, it becomes frustrating to them when it doesn't work. Well, it wasn't really designed to work in that environment. So that's where we come in, and, we can, advise them and design for them the appropriate infrastructure for whatever industry they're in.
Yeah, I appreciate that answer so much because I think this is one of those areas that you want to, but you also need to really find an expert in to come and set you up for success. Because there are so many variables out there and technology moves so quickly. And then, of course, we hear all the stories about, gosh, whether that's spam or hacking, things like that.
Mhm.
And so for safety, and when is a best time for a business to reach out to you?
Oh, anytime's a good time, but if
Okay.
you're, if you're planning on opening a new office, if you're
Yep.
planning on moving, um, doing a redesign, like you're setting up a new business, acquiring a new business, for example.
Okay.
These are all perfect times to contact, consultants like us, so we can basically take what you have, make it better,
Mhm.
or find something completely brand new for whatever
Mhm.
applications you're trying to use.
So let's also talk about the whole issue of cybersecurity. I think it's an issue for every single business out there, no matter what the size is. It's in the news constantly. What would you like to share with folks out there about the cybersecurity issue and where we are today and even what people can maybe do about it?
Yeah, it's kind of a scary thing, and we don't like it any more than the end user does.
Hmm.
Um, but it's here to stay, and this is the new that's the new
Yeah.
mafia. These are organized crime
Hmm.
syndicates, and they have global reach, and
Hmm.
they're smart and they're motivated. And the best thing you can do initially is multi-factor authentication
Yeah.
is becoming as much as people don't really like it because it's a little obnoxious, but it
Yeah.
really does help a lot. Uh,
Hmm.
things you can do. Make sure you have the appropriate antivirus solution on your systems and they're
Hmm.
current, up to date. And of course, firewall appliances are mandatory anymore. You just got to have them. Without an appropriate security perimeter around your environment, you're inviting trouble. And lastly,
Absolutely.
an email if you're not expecting it, even if it looks like it comes from a friend. Just it'd be better to call and say, "Did you send this?" and rather than click on a link that would could potentially open up a whole can of worms.
Absolutely. And we've heard, from where we sit at the chamber, we've heard just some stories of people who maybe, are now having to pay ransoms to get
Mhm.
information back. I mean, it can be really stressful. So, if someone, were to call and set up an appointment, can you walk us through a little bit about what that looks like to even get started if someone really is uncertain about what they have? What is that like, that process like with you?
Sure. Yeah, our onboarding is pretty methodical. I mean, our first thing that we do is we'll go on site, do a face to face, and just do an evaluation of what's already in place.
Hmm.
We'll do a head count of number of employees, the type of applications being used on site, find out what the goals are for the business. What do they
Hmm.
expect from their technology, and then once we get that all that data compiled, we'll issue a recommendation. Whether we need to improve on some spots, or we just, if it looks good, we'll just take it over and make sure it stays that way. More often than not, there's a lot of upgrades that are going to be mandatory or they wouldn't
Yep.
be going in the first place. So that's usually the way it pans out. But the whole thing, from start to finish, it depends on the size of the business, but well, we try to get it done as expediently as possible for our clientele.
Fantastic. And businesses of all sizes can reach out to you if it's a micro business up to medium, large. Are you able to serve everyone?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, we do. We have single, proprietor
Mhm.
businesses, very small. We hear from them every so often, all the
Mhm.
way up to enterprise that have hundreds and hundreds of users
Okay.
over multiple locations. So, yeah, we're well versed in managing all sizes and all industries.
Fantastic. And second to last question, because a lot of our information is already up here on the screen, but um, uh, why do you do what you do? Like, what really drew you to this industry and to be president of the CapCom company and helping small businesses like you do?
Yeah, it was, I guess it started as a kid. I started programming when I was 12 years old. I was just fascinated with the emerging technology, this new thing called a computer for your
Yeah.
house. And it just kind of morphed into that after, years and years of working in the industry. As in-house guys, and then I started to get into some consulting. And,
Hmm.
once we got the business established, it just kind of took off from there. Always enjoyed working with meeting people and working with all types of different industries. So it's been fascinating and loved every minute of it.
Well, we are thrilled to have you as a member of the Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce. It's amazing to watch your business grow all throughout the nation. I mean, it's amazing to see where you do work, and thank you for doing work here. For everyone who is watching, this is Michael DiCuccio. I've been practicing the name, CapCom Technology Solutions. The information is also on the screen, phone number, website as well. So if you're looking into your own IT, some solutions, wanting to plan ahead for the future, just wanting to make sure that what you have is safe and secure, trainings, whatever it might be, please reach out to Michael and Capcom. They do great work. Thank you for joining us today on Live with Your Chamber, and thanks all you do for small businesses to keep them safe. We surely appreciate it.
Well, thanks for everything you do. Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. We'll see you soon, my friend. Take
All right.
care.
Take care. Bye bye.
And thanks for joining us today on Live with Your Chamber. I'll just keep the information up there on the screen. You can reach out to Michael, to the Capcom team. They do amazing work, and it is true that cybersecurity is talked about all the time. I know it can be scary and overwhelming, but that's the best part about having these experts as a part of your community. You can reach out to them to help take the guesswork out. They know what they're doing, and hopefully you'll feel and be a lot safer than before. So thanks again for joining us today. Take care of yourselves and each other. If there's anything the Chamber can do to support you or your business, please let us know. That's what we're here for. We'll see you soon, everyone. Take care.